This is Lord Lanto. I am talking today about the properties of the Illumination Ray. Sometimes you probably feel overwhelmed by all this talk of this ray and this one does this and that one does that, and can you remember it all? If you study them one by one and take your time, working and doing the meditations and exercises that are provided here and in other places, you will find that you are able to master these rays. It is an important thing to become master of because it is necessary that you have the ability to work with all of these rays. Not only that, but each ray gives you such an understanding of how light works that when you clearly understand them and work with each one of them, you will find that you are indeed a master of light. And that, my dears, is a great thing to be. If you are a master of light, you are a master of your own life and your own destiny. There is a great deal that you can do with each one of the rays, and each one of the rays affects your life and the quality of your life. So as you are able to work with the ray of illumination, understanding its properties and what it can do, it is going to elevate your life just a bit. And if you work with it strongly, it will elevate your life and your possibilities a great deal. The illumination ray, as you all know, is the golden ray. It carries with it profound intelligence. It brings understanding and awareness to those who work with it. Not only does it illuminate your life, but it will illuminate your mind. An illuminated mind is a great mind. And it is a sacred mind, because once you understand how things work, you are so impressed with the God force that you must obey and learn more and do more, always growing. I can't imagine what it would be like to be a lower mind, someone who just lives from moment to moment with whatever is being presented in front of their face, without having understanding or awareness that not only is there more to life than what they are seeing, but they can become the creator of their experience. Nothing allows you to become the creator of your experience more so than the illumination ray does. This ray will help you understand everything about everything. It is filled with knowledge presented in such a way that it shows you the truth. It shows you what is real, and it also shows you what you might not understand, as it also shows you new possibilities. You all realize that possibilities are endless. And if you can think it, you can do it or be it. This is the illustration of the illumination ray. Sometimes those words I just spoke seem to be just that, so many words. But what do they really do or mean? If you meditate on bringing in the illumination ray, you're actually going to have the light in action, doing what you want, creating what you want, and at the same time teaching you about it. As you illuminate your mind, you illuminate your life, and you illuminate your entire environment. You will begin to understand what is going on around you. in a way in which you have never quite experienced before. A depth of knowledge will arrive, knowledge that shows you what is going on in truth behind what it is that you see before you. What is the light and energy behind the situation? Oftentimes, when you are in the third dimension, you really do not know. And so, you guess, or you think about it and try to figure it out. But when you do that, you will find that your ego plays a part in what you think about a thing. And oftentimes, that negative portion of the ego can lead you quite far astray from the truth and what is really happening. It will also lead you astray from being able to create what it is that you want, because the negative ego lives in a limited space and often has a fearful viewpoint. But if you think of any situation or even any object or place, and holding that in mind, you consciously bring the ray of illumination in and shine it on that subject matter, you will be given the knowledge about this item that will make you understand it and see it in a way that you have never been able to do before. Imagine how much more intelligence you will have to bring to these matters. This intelligence can change everything. For one thing, once you illuminate something with the light of truth and understanding, it gives you that mastership. And when you are the master of the situation, you find that you can change and manipulate it to be something that is higher and better and serves you and others in a way that it did not before. Don't you wish they could shine the ray of illumination on government offices? There might be some understanding passed through them that could change things. You don't have to wait for others to become illuminated. You can do this for yourself. And as you realize, you are the only one who can do it for you. So this illumination ray has many properties to it. It is gold. Gold is precious. It is a precious metal and it is a precious light because it offers so much quality and it brings to you those things you need. Not only will it let you know and understand things, but it can actually help you create things. You can use this golden ray to manifest whatever it is that you wish. You can create thought forms of pure gold. The golden light charged with powerful positive energy, the golden intelligence running through the thought form, will bring to you whatever it is that you have called for. And at the same time, it will even let you know if you are really ready to cope with the things that you are trying to manifest. As one really does not want to bite off more than she can chew. Now, this golden ray can actually precipitate matter. I know most of you understand what I am talking about, but I will explain. Everything in the universe is created by light. Light, as it slows down in vibration low enough, forms all the matter in the universe. Everything has come from light. Where else would it come from? Think about it. So if you are a very strong creator, you can make this powerful golden thought form, and you can send it out to collect the object or thing that you desire. And if you do it strong enough and long enough, it will present it to you. Of course, you must always think about it with love and joy, which makes it very powerful and powerfully positive. If you were really, really advanced, you could take this golden ray of illumination and you could actually create matter right there on the spot. You can precipitate whatever it is that you want right from this golden ray of light. In order to do that, you would have to be extremely advanced and have magnificent karma. But you are on your way there, aren't you? So it is something to consider. And as you think of some object forming itself on your hand that is filled with the golden ray, it helps you understand how light works and how things can be called forth with your mind. All the things that are going on here around you have been called forth from your mind anyway. Do you understand that? Yes. Now, you did not use the golden ray on all of them. Some of them came forth from much lower vibrations, so some of them may not be quite what you wanted to have, or perhaps what you thought that you were creating. And sometimes when your energy gets chaotic, that spills over into your life, and then you have things flying in every which direction, and you spend your day trying to mop up spilled milk, so to speak. You are the creator, and you can do all of this with the golden ray. You can create spilled milk with it if you are not careful. I want you to understand that there is a responsibility that comes along with these ideas. And you should always ask the God Force to help you in any of your creations so that they can be made perfect, that they can come from divine mind, and that divine mind can enter your mind and teach you how to do it, because it will show you the perfection that is possible, which you may not have considered yet. And that is one of the things that the ray of illumination does best. It takes an idea, and if you allow it, it will perfect it. And it will show you things that go beyond what you might have imagined was possible. So it has that ability to illuminate any and all ideas and discussions. It can be used to forge a group of people into a like-minded and highly intelligent and efficient group. And it can bring forth any information whatsoever that you may require. And there is no limit to that. And then it can actually bring this idea, this intelligent thought form of golden beauty all the way in and precipitate it into matter. And it is all done through working with it with your mind. Now, when you are going to use the golden ray of illumination, I would advise you to start clearing your energy field with the white light and with the violet flame, so that you have the highest and purest form of this illuminating light when it reaches your awareness and it touches your mind, and it does not become corrupted or diluted by any negativity that you may have. Keeping yourself clear, clean, and energized at all times is how one becomes unlimited. And an unlimited being working with the light of illumination can create worlds. Now, don't expect yourself to be creating worlds just yet, although there may come a day when you are doing just that. The light of illumination is here not only to help you create, but it is here to lead you forward to the next idea. It will help you expand your intelligent awareness to the point where what you might have desired to create and live with changes a great deal. You may become a very different person after working with this ray. What you want now may not be what you want in a few years of work with the ray of illumination. And some of the people that you are friendly with may not be the people that you want to spend time with later on, because it will make you see the truth behind all matters. It is a truth ray indeed, and it carries such impartial, clear knowledge and truth that you can see through all of the falsehoods and pretense that humanity is so good at erecting around itself as an excuse for what it is doing. But this ray can illuminate all of that, and then that means that you see clearly what is real. Now, if you know what is real, you have power, don't you? You immediately become empowered with truth and knowledge and understanding. There is no doubt about that. And so the ray of illumination brings that power with it. That golden light, that ray, is like sunshine. It has the power to melt the coldest ice, and it has the power to grow the most delicate butterfly. All these things come from the golden light of the sun, which is filled with the ray of illumination, obviously. So when you consider the properties of sunlight, how it drives away the darkness, that tells you about how it makes the ignorant and evil side of things flee from it. Sunlight is everything to planet Earth, isn't it? Yes. The ray of illumination is everything to your mind and your soul. You have been working with it many times, even though you were unaware perhaps that you had. But every time that you join in on creativity of anything, you are working with that perfect golden ray. And the more perfected you keep yourself, the stronger that ray will be within you. You were even working with that ray when you conceived your children. It has been an important part of your life forever, but now you get to pick and choose a bit about what will be illumined and what will be released and let go of. One of the important parts of using this ray of illumination is to focus it strongly. This requires a concentrated mind effort. You cannot just sit around and muse about a thing and expect it to appear in your hand. If that were so, everybody would have whatever they wanted right now. Everybody can have what they want right now, but they have to apply energy and effort to this creative idea that they have, whatever it may be. So the golden ray of illumination not only brings the ideas, but it brings the power to cause the manifestation of what the idea is about. It is the intelligence of the universe at work, and it is shaped by those whose vibration is high enough to really be able to use it fully. Now, those of lower vibration are using it also, but because they are of lower vibration, their creations are imperfect, perhaps flawed, weak, and fleeting in their ability to be manifest here or anywhere. When you think of the sun, you realize that it is very ancient, and not only that, but it will continue for a very, very long time here to be exactly what it is now. And even when it falls into disarray and the thought form changes, it may perhaps produce a huge sun or two suns. It will become the next idea. And that idea will be very permanent as far as humanity is concerned. So you see, things that lack permanence are things that have been either created to be fleeting in their time and use, like your bodies, or they are things that have been incorrectly created in the first place. Every thought form has its day, and when you create the thought form with the ray of golden illumination, you have created something very beautiful and powerful. The next thing that I want you to think about is how you can apply it to your life. What kind of things could be changed through the use of the ray, and how you might do that. First of all, you have to begin to create better and higher thought forms with more power and energy than you ever have before. This is a very expansive idea. I don't care how or what type of thing you created in the past. I want you to begin to think that you could do better. Now, this is not to say that your past has been flawed, but it is to say that you are evolving, and now you have more powerful tools. And this illumination ray is one of the most powerful of tools. So naturally, if you have a powerful tool, you would expect to have a better outcome. And then using this same ray, you precipitate all this powerful energy onto this thought form of creation, and you can expect to see some really nice things come out of it. So that is the very first step, using the illumination ray to illuminate your mind, to bring your frequency up with its strong gold supportive light, and to use it to show you what's next. I am not going to tell you what you should create. That is for your mind to consider as it grows into the perfection of the light. You will be able to create something very, very good as long as you always keep the highest ideals in mind. Do not worry what it is that you might be drawn to do, but keep working with the golden light and applying it to your creation until you are convinced that you have it right and it is the very best idea, the most intelligent way to bring about what you want to do or what you want to make. And after you have created that strong thought form, then you must begin to visualize it strongly with your mind as you precipitate the golden ray down upon that thought form again and again, as long as it takes to bring it into reality. Now you may, if you work on it long enough, actually create a physical solid object out of pure light. But if you are somewhat impatient, as I expect, then you are simply going to create this beautiful idea in your mind, and then you are going to create the ability to acquire it, whatever it may be. And as you know, it may simply be a time to go somewhere and do something that you want to do. Keep it unlimited, because the light is unlimited. As you are putting together these ideas, allow the light to show you more and more possibilities to make the outcome brighter and brighter and more powerful. The ray of illumination will take you wherever it is you want to go. And now I will take questions.
When people create things that are evil, what are they using? It certainly would not be this beauty of God.
They take the raw power of light. It could be white light. It could be any of the various colors or combinations thereof. But they bring it down in vibration because their thought forms are of low vibration. And as they create these thought forms, they create ugliness. They create negativity, which draws more negativity to it. I hope you understand the way that I am explaining it to you.
So in other words, they're dragging the vibration
Yes.
to their level.
Yes. Because they have free will, they can affect it to be what they are. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I often wondered how, when there's so much beauty and light, how somebody could create darkness and evil.
Because they are darkness and evil, they will bring in a lower form of the energy. In other words, they cannot work with the ray of illumination. They cannot do that. They have to get their energy from a lower source, of which there are many. Oftentimes, they get it from the negative emotions that they create in others. They collect fear. They feed on fear, they feed on anger, grief, guilt. All those negative emotions can be harnessed to create the very low vibratory things that they are after. Do you see what I mean now?
So they're not even grasping the energy from the light itself. They're grasping it from the others.
Yes, and the others got it
Low
from
vibration.
the others got it from somewhere else. Perhaps the sunlight fell on plants and they ate the plants. So they got the illumination ray all right, but it was from food. And because they have negative egos that are filled with all sorts of negative ideas and emotions, they can quickly take that energy and create all manner of negative thought forms with it. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
And there you have it.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you.
It's a good question. It is a slow and cumbersome process, and it is very stupid and lacking in intelligence. It is far from the beautiful ray of illumination that is falling from the sun at this moment onto planet Earth, or falling from the mind of God into your reality and heart. You see?
Mm-hmm.
That is why I tell you to use the white light and the violet flame before you begin, so that you clear out any of the negativity you may have picked up from someone or some event, and so you are not creating from a lower place yourself. Good. Wonderful question. Thank you. Do I have others?
Can we manifest the ray to give to other people, like implanting it into the mass consciousness or Mother Earth, that it's available for people that are in that higher frequency to receive it?
Well, you can, and you do that all the time with your decrees daily. That is what you are doing. You are taking that higher light and higher idea and bringing that light down to the planet Earth with all of the rays. And so, yes, that is that process, and you can actually pass on a higher thought, a higher idea to another, and have that filled with the golden ray. You could think of many things as carrying that frequency. One of the greatest thought forms of illumination is the white dove. The white light, having all the properties and rays within it, carries that beautiful ray of enlightenment and peace. That enlightenment ray is part of the ray of illumination. So whenever you call for the white dove of the Holy Spirit, you are calling for illumination for all. Do you see? Good. Wonderful question.
When we she was talking about sending it to somebody else, is it their choice whether to accept it or not, isn't it?
Of course. They always have free will in every moment. Also, if they are low enough, they will not be able to really accept it very well. And it will simply dilute a little of the low energy that surrounds them and perhaps brighten their day a bit or give them a happy thought for a moment. but probably will not do much more than that, you see? Yes.
Every little bit helps.
Yes, every little bit does help. And all the angels that work with the heavens of earth were helping you. Now, any other question?
If we're trying to manifest something, should we do this on a daily basis?
Well, how fast do you want it? You could do it all day long if you want. But that would be very hard work, wouldn't it? Yes. And most people don't have all day to spend on a thought form. But throughout your day, if you carry it as you are being taught, now this has been a teaching that has been a thread for a while for you people, carry the thought form in the forefront of your mind, and throughout your day you illuminate it over and over again with the highlight, with the golden ray, it will come faster. So, the more that you can do, and the higher the frequency is at when you do it, the quicker it will come and the better the outcome will be. One of the things to remember about this is do not do this manifestation work when you are in low vibration for whatever reason. The main thing you want to do when you are in low vibration is to pick yourself back up as quickly as you can, heal yourself, clear your emotional body, whatever it is, and get back into the high, pure, fine light that you normally are. And then you may go from there.
I really love the fact that you explained how instead of starting to manifest something, that because the light is one of action, that to take your ideas under the ray of illumination to make sure it's truth and of a good thing to do before you start to do that.
Absolutely. You do not want to miscreate. I know that no one here wants to cause any kind of negative result. And in order to do that, you should really look at these things before you get into them, or before you give your seal of approval to anyone else's creation. Sit down, because someone may approach you with an idea or something. Sit down and shine the ray of illumination on it and see it if it is of the highest good for all concerned. If it is not, you will be told and shown to let it go. You can stay out of a lot of trouble that way, for one thing. And if nothing else, you keep yourself from wasting your time and your energy on the miscreation of someone else's negative ego. And if you think that is a rare thing, look around you. It is constantly in action everywhere. Yes, indeed it is. What else would you know?
Well, you stated that you can use the golden ray to illumine your mind.
Yes.
I guess I'm wondering how to apply that.
Well, we have been going over a few of them. Illuminating your mind is about looking through all of your ideas and asking that they be of the very highest light that you can imagine. So by illuminating your mind, shine the golden ray of illumination on your own mind, which is done simply through intention and concentration, and ask that all thought forms are raised and cleared. And as you consider your life, look at the parts that are not working well. Look at the places where you are uncomfortable or confused. Shine the ray there and allow it to show you what needs improvement. And then bring that golden white light with all of the rays in it to act upon whatever area of your life is not working. Sometimes you may find that you need a good clean out, and the violet flame is called for. Sometimes you may find that you need strength and guidance and purification. So you might need the blue ray, the white ray, and the gold ray. You may find that something needs to be healed, and then you need the green ray. And of course, everything goes better when there is love. So you have to bring in that. You see how it goes? And you have all these beautiful rays to choose from. And the ray of illumination will let you know what parts need enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you.
This gold ray of illumination is something that you are very ready to go forward with. I see it as your next tool. You can shape anything out of it that you wish. So you might consider beginning thinking about a simple object that already exists and creating one in your mind's eye that is made of gold. So what tool do you need, or what object do you require? Do you want to cut through some red tape? In your mind's eye, create a beautiful golden scissors and go to town on the red tape. There are so many ways this can be used. Either physically or non-physically, it can still have extremely powerful effect on the physical plane as it exists now, because the golden ray can affect it so that things change for the better and good ideas are brought to bear and everything falls into place for you and your loved ones. Do you see that? Yes. Good. I have given you a lot to think about. There is much here to practice with. I suggest you spend some time every day thinking about what you have learned here and working with it. If you do not, it will just remain a nice idea, something that you will get to someday. But if you take this living light and begin working with it and shaping your destiny with it, you will find that everything changes in a very strong and beautiful way. I leave you with this illumination light pouring into each and every mind here. All of your crown chakras are being stimulated with this golden ray at this time. And I will give you a special gift. I will be illuminating each and every one of you every day for 1 week, just as I am doing now in your crown chakras. So open those chakras wide and let them accept that golden ray. As this special blessing falls upon you, I wish you good day. I am Lord Lanto. Thank you.